Rightio, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to talking. Rightio, welcome back ladies and we'll turn that one off. Not sure what that one was doing. It was possibly giving a little bit of back feed. Sorry, feedback. Sorry about that. Okay, rookie mistake by the looks. Got the banner a bit too high with the noggin. That's okay, please. Not sure. Oh, I know what's going on there. Clean that one off for a sec and then we'll turn him back on. No, he doesn't want to reset. Not sure what's going on there. We might not be able to have access to that. We should be able to get him going in a second. He's there and going. So anyway, hopefully people are tuned in and are watching right out. We should be good to go now. That if you are watching and you want to get to be part of the show, you can join in very simply by that. Just had the draw for the TAB Trot. Can say for the Victorians, anyone who hasn't seen it, the Victorians will be very happy in saying that. Quite interesting some of the things that do get said. I've got that field up there, but we might go to this one because I do know that my friends at Harness Racing New Zealand had just put it out there, the barrier draw, so we'll try and get that switched over. I'll try and get to that in a sec. Here we go, here up to that one, and there are the fields. We'll get that full paged for you right there, and then we should be able to see, hopefully that one works, didn't check that one. There you have the full field for the that is for the paces. That's the paces. Didn't want that one. Bugger. Let's get out of that. We better get out of that one. Doesn't matter. The paces, the Australians drew terrible there. Just trying to see where the only Aussie horse was in. Better Eclipse drew outside the second line. We'll flick over here and then we'll go full page on this. This is the trotting field. And you can see there now on screen that Queen Alita drew the pole. RC Phoenix in 2. Interesting way they've done this, just to make it a little bit tricky for us. Just Believe in 3. Call Me the Breeze 4. Then we go to the New Zealanders Midnight Dash. The first emergency draws 5. No, he's not. Euro Cash. Greg and Nina Hope have got 3 horses in this final. Congratulations to those guys. Outstanding effort. Midnight Dash is not the emergency. He is definitely in the race. Then we have got Muscle Max in 6. Euro Cash, the first emergency, is too wide on the second line, and then Muscle Mountain unfortunately drew the widest of any of those horses with Oscar Bonavina inside the second line. So really interesting little barrier draws there for that, and hopefully I'll be able to get David Branch or someone else on very shortly to discuss that. Just got to work out the time difference, but we should be very good for that. So interesting little races that have got coming up, and yeah, that is on Friday night, and I can get the full fields of that up very shortly if you like, and we can go through the rest of it. But yeah, the Australians definitely drew well there. As I said, they didn't draw quite as well in the other races, though, unfortunately for the Greg and Jess Hope. But yeah, interesting race. Going to be a battle of tactics, that's for sure, going forward there on that night. But just seeing if they've put these. Yep, they've actually drawn them in, so that would have been an easier way, much easier way of looking at it. I don't know why I went to that other page, because there you have it there, much easier to see. Each of those, interestingly, don't have the drivers down as such, but yep, Greg and Nina Hope, congratulations on getting 3 horses into that final. So that is a huge effort. Right, every week is a big week in trotting. You need to have your pages all ready to go, but there's been plenty going on. But the idea of this show is just to talk trotters. Brought to you by plenty of people. No fixed person at all at the minute. We are going to change that up though. We're going to put advertising in all of our shows as of well, pretty much now. We'll be live at Bendigo with On Loose Lines next Wednesday, or this Wednesday coming, all going well. But yeah, we want to get the message out there for trotters, and we want to make sure people can get the trotters in. So my question for tonight, you can see the ticker going across there. with the TAB Trot and the slot race and how it's all been incorporated in there, if you like. What is the best trot race down under? And I say down under in the Southern Hemisphere. The Great Southern Star, the Dallard Cup, some people might be traditionalists on that, the Inter-Dominion, the Grand Prix. We also have the Hammerhead. We have races like the Great Square up in Queensland as well. Dominion Handicap in New Zealand, the Rowe Cup in New Zealand. I've possibly missed a couple derbies and the likes going forward. But then there is also this race now, which has really, I suppose, caught people's attention. The Great Square, not the Great Square, sorry, the TAB Trot. It's a pretty unique race, and the attention that it has drawn is outstanding. Just going to have to bear with me for 1 minute. I've just got to do one little thing. Sorry about that, but I'd left the door open and I had flies coming in everywhere. So anyway, we're back. But yeah, please get involved via the comments if you want to get on here and talk about trotters and anything that else that might be there in your way. The Inter-Dominion and the Great Square. Mark Gurry, good evening to you. Good to hear from you. Yep, I think the Great Square will still be our best race for a little while. Try and get these earphones in. Not that I've actually got anyone planned to be called in. Potentially David Branch for his thoughts on that going forward. But yeah, I think and I think if the Inter-Dominion had never been really changed, mind you, the trotting races haven't been changed too much. I think I definitely agree with you on that one. But yeah, some pretty unique races. I suppose probably what I could have asked is what's the one race you'd like to win, because there'd be plenty of I suppose different thoughts and different thought processes on that, but there is plenty of yeah, to think about going forward. That is for sure. I'm as unorganised as I have ever been, which is totally unlike me. I've just got to get a couple of things up as we go, but yeah, there's plenty happening in the world of trotting. We had the Mildura Trotters Cup the other day as well. More than likely we've got plenty of locals winning races as well. Just trying to make sure before I get myself there. That's what I wanted. Bang, we'll turn that one off and we'll go back to there. So I have actually got what I needed. There's been plenty of good trot races happening. As I said, Mildura, the Mildura Cup, well done to Tristan Larson. Congratulations to him for taking that out. A young man, a big thrill. He would never have heard of Mildura. I've got no doubts about that before the other night. But yeah, good thrill for him on what is a very good carnival and a lot of fun. Yeah, going forward. So your thoughts, if you are watching as well, on the TAB Trot. Rightio, the other big thing that is happening this week, of course, is the Nutrien Equine sales with 69 trotters on offer at this sale. So we want to make sure people are aware. I've got the Harasta Trotters hat on. They are offering up 25 world-class trotters with some really unique bred horses in there. There's a horse in there called One Star LB. She's a half sister to Classic Connection. There is also a horse mare there called Glenferrie Unixa, who's just stood the test of time as a broodmare. There's some huge opportunities there to buy trotters and buy fillies in this upcoming sale, and that is the draft of the Harasta Trotters. You can see them there, class of our own, another horse people will be well and truly aware of. Lot 223 unfortunately is out of that, but the first offering of the used to Always Readies as well. So we've got 2 lots of the Classic Connections and 2 lots of the Always Readies that will be going through this sale. On Sunday, starts off at 11 o'clock, parade on the Saturday morning. It starts at 12. The sale on Sunday starts at 11 o'clock. So there'll be plenty more coverage still to come. Last chance to purchase any of these horses. Of course, we do have the weanling sale coming up, but they're a little bit away. That's a bit of a different sale, I suppose, if you like, for NZB. I was going to have a banner done up for those guys as well. But if you are watching the show, don't be scared to get involved as well. Plenty of people out there selling trotters. There are trotters available in this sale by Aldebaran Eagle, Always Ready, Endover Hall, Angus Hall, 4 Bold Eagles, a Brillantissimi. There's 11 classic connections all up, 10 offered up through Harassed Trotters and what's his name, Aldebaran Park. I've got one there that's quite a nice horse as well. Elite Stride, 5 of those, saw those today. I was actually at Alabar, and that video will go up tomorrow. Eridan, Father Patrick, Help is on its way, Love You, with 3 of those world-class trotter, and there's also a horse closely related to Love You in the sale. Majestic Sun was 6. What a job he's done. Sonny's sister, of course, winning the other night over there in New Zealand, and she's now winning 8, and she's 2-time. Well, she won an Oaks and a Derby, one of 3 fillies last year to be able to do that, which is pretty amazing, and it's the depth of the trotters that we have going on. Muscle Hill World Champion, Pastor Stephen has 11 in the sale. Quaker Jet with 6 pack. Sky Valley, Southwind Frank with 2, Tomoko with 1, 2 to Use to Me, and 3 to What the Hill going forward. So, rightio, just been alerted to another little thing, but we should be able to fix that, hopefully. Going forward, we're just going to go, and hopefully that fixes up. I've got a bit of an audio sync issue, so hopefully my audio and my sync look a little bit better now. Unfortunately, we had to do a whole rebuild of the site because we've got a few things coming up, so we did a rebuild, and there's a few little things that you do forget about. I actually reckon I'm not quite onto that either, because no, that's nowhere near where we want it to be. We have to go right up to here. I'm not sure why that did that. Let's see if that will fix it. Yep, that should fix it now, so we'll close that. So that should be a lot better now, hopefully. My man at home will be watching, and I'll just give him those ones, and hopefully he's happy with that. Emily Morgan is there watching. Of course, the Kiwis, they should be super proud of this race that they've got coming up this week. It's going to be a really exciting race. I'm sure a lot of people will be watching. Would love to have been there, but unfortunately, due to work commitments, it's not even an option with the with what's going on with the Nutrien races going on there as well. So, yep, good as gold. My man's very happy with me now. Can do things on the run too. I'm happy with that. Quite often think you can't do these things on the run, but you can. You could sink it back in a little bit. Don't know how it fixes it, but yeah, it definitely does. Highlight for the week of the Trotters. What race would you like to win? I know we had Darren Garrard on there, Anthony Woodruff, Stanley Dunlop, Matty Feast. We've got plenty of people watching, so don't be scared to give me your thoughts on what race you'd like to win. The Dominion, yep, it is a great race, of course, on the New Zealand Cup Carnival. And I was lucky enough to see one of the great races with lost his name all of a sudden. Sunday Sun, and Muscle Mountain, and it was a great race. Sunday Sun coming out on top, with Muscle Mountain run second, but yeah, still as good as any race that I've been able to watch going forward. But yeah, this race, the TAB Trot, I think hats off to these guys getting on the front foot. $600,000 on offer, and yeah, quite a unique race going forward. I'll leave the comments there, you can see it there, but really intriguing. The Australians have drawn very well. It's interesting, we're claiming Queen a leader as an Australian horse. She technically is a Kiwi, trained by a Kiwi, driven by one of the best in the business, but that's okay. Sunday Sun, Emily got done by spell check. RC Phoenix, of course, an Australian, Ashley Haynes. There's a brother to RC Phoenix going through the Nutrien sale. Just Believe, there is a very close relation to Just Believe in the sale as well. And then I said Call Me the Breeze, who is a French horse, but is being claimed as an Australian horse for Anton Galino and Yabby Farms. Then the Kiwis, Midnight Dash, Mystic Max, Eurocash, Muscle Mountain, and Oscar Bonavina. So pretty intriguing little race that is coming up. Of course, on Wednesday night, we'll get across there, and we might actually go back and just get the fields coming up. But I can tell you there's a lot of intrigue in these Bendigo fields. I'm going to go live with the show, as I said, on Loose Lines. We'll be live from there, and we'll be getting much coverage as we can, if you like, out on this this night. But we've got plenty of intrigue. Kinvara Sue actually has a sibling going through the sale by Father Patrick, I think it is actually. Should have the book in front of me. I can get the book up here. I'm pretty sure it's a Father Patrick that is going through it. No, it's a Bold Eagle. Out of Kinvara Sue, it's a bay colt. So there you have a great opportunity. I know the farm are very, very keen with Kinvara Kate. Bretonelli, Sky Flare, there is a half to Sky Valley going, to Sky Flare going through the sales. It's by Love You. This horse was by Volstead, of course. What I might do, we'll go back to this page here because we can actually see. So I'll skip through one page. We'll go back to the first page. And even if we hit that button there, and it makes it a bit easier for everyone to be able to see. Kinvara Sue, well represented My Valerie. There is a half to My Valerie in the sale. Is it a half or is it a full? How good am I going with me form? I know there's a lot of horses in this sale. My Chimia. It is lot 285 is the horse. It is a classic connection. There is a Love You relation to Gypsy Flair in the sale. Rain on Me, Your Majesty, Majestic Son, Your Majesty. I don't believe there's a sibling to that horse in the sale, but good luck to connections. Thel Melba, want to be a Mari. There is not a relation to that one. Good luck to Anne-Marie Conroy. And the owners there, She's a Lover is out of She's One of the Boys by Pastor Stephen. Pastor Stephen has a couple. This horse was a Frozen Seaman, but he was definitely sold last year. Obviously, all these horses were up for sale last year. But there is not one out of She's One of the Boys. Sunny Ruby is another horse. Hillary Hill, Aspen Glow, there's not as well. And EG Money. No money, no honey for Jess Tubbs. First, that's race number one. Race one, that was a 2-year-old fillies. Yep, 2-year-old fillies. The next race is a Nutrien Classic for the 2-year-old colts and geldings. There's not a relation to Dream Island there, but another beautifully bred horse, Anton Galeno. He's had a good run with the barrier draws the last couple of days, that's for sure. Elderbaron AM, there's not. Elderbaron DB, there is not either, but those horses have been going good. Sioux Warrior, Jesse B, Waiting Room. Sebastian's Waiting, that's a big black horse for Huey Cathles that was paraded around last year. He really took the eye. He did Destiny Jenny Lou. So we don't have any relations to those in the sale, unless I'm missing one. Miss Murray Rodden, Elderbaron Eliza, Cash Duga, Xenia, Heart of Glass for Greeny Forest and Trump Bloodstock. Peluve Paddy, Parisian Chick. There is a relation to that, but not that actual horse there. And I don't believe there's one related to Fortunate Phoenix. There'll be one closely related, but there's not one out of her. There is definitely a couple closely related, but well, we're just having a quick look. I know there is. Lot 227. Prepared by Ben Stud Standardbreds. Oh yeah, this is a Bay filly. I've actually seen this horse, so good luck to those guys there with Bootleggin, Jody Quinlan and Joe. And of course the Hayneses, they'll be having all their eyes on RC Phoenix, Hadrian Phoenix, Princess Phoenix, LJK. Yep, this horse is related to RC Phoenix. Just got to go back a little way to be able to find that. That's the depth of some of these horses. Now we go into the 3-year-olds. We've got Mari's Mac back for a second year. The Priestess, the Illawong Moonshine. There's definitely a relation to that horse going through. I saw it today. It's by Elite Stride. Holding My Heart, Lisa Miles. Laws of Motion, unfortunately for Anton Galeno and the group there, that is scratched. Pretty Peggy Sue has a couple of relations. She's got one out of her and also one very close, one of her daughters as well. So that's Leggy Peggy. Illawong Helios has her sibling in there as Gen, which is another of the Elite Strides. Illawong Bardo, I don't believe she has. Race number 5 is for the 3-year-old trotting colts and geldings. Val Thorens is back. He was so good last year in the 2-year-olds of that, and of course Breeders' Crown winner. And there is a sibling relation to Courchevel. There is not. There's one. Oh, I could be in trouble here. I should actually. What I should. Oh, I know what to do. It's a lot easier to do sometimes. No, there's not one. There is one closely related to Courchevel. Just not 100% sure which one that is. Zipping around, there is a relation to that in the sale. Mason's Magic, there's one related to that horse there too. Elderbaron Marshall having his first start. It is by Elderbaron Eagle. It's a beautiful black horse actually. So Elderbaron Marshall has a sibling going through. Excellent Boko. Valtino has a Bold Eagle sibling in the Lowlong Farms draft. Of course, last year's winner of the Nutrien Equine Classic. There he's had 6 wins from 11 starts, and he has returned in winning form as well. Loxley, Cavalier, My Lady Angus, there is not one related to that in the sale this year. She's an Image Ewing. Now, I said I've seen most of the draft. I'll be honest, that's one of the horses I haven't had a chance to see as yet. I'm hopefully might be able to get across there on Thursday. She's an Image by 6-pack, so there is a relation to Ewing that will be going through the sale. Derek the Jet out of Cyclone Jeter, there's not one. Claudie's Princess, there's definitely a relation to Claudie's Princess. There's a couple of them going on there as well. Then we have the 3-year-old Trotting Fillies, Duchess Ella, there's not. Roxy Maguire, there's not. Long Shimmer, there's not. Ready to Shine. Yes, there is. Actually, there is a relation to Ready to Shine. Must be a... Oh, no, there it is there. Lot 315 by Quaker Jet. Full to Sophie's Motion. Going on there. Access to Success is not this year. Always Treasure, there is one out of that, but related to that, it is a beautiful horse by What the Hill. Have seen it, Big Black Horse. Father Patrick, Gypsy Flair, of course, there is the Love You related to that horse as well. So that is a quick run through of all the horses, and there is plenty for people to keep an eye out for going forward with the Nutrien race next Wednesday night at Bendigo, and I will be live from there. So we'll be covering those races. I think the last of those races will be probably off air. Should say that we might not be, but we probably will be. The last of those is going at 8 o'clock, so there's plenty happening there, that's for sure. First is at 5:23, so I'll probably miss the first race, go live from 6 o'clock, so we'll cover races 2, 3, 4, and then be able to showcase a couple of the others going forward as well. So yep, that'll be all good and well. I saw that Brad Steele puts in there, would love to have a runner in the Great Square as a starting point. Proud pre-Oakle Queenslander, but what you guys are doing there is doing an awesome job promoting the Trotter as well. So well done to you guys, because yep, we need to make sure we can keep getting those horses out there. There's a couple of first starters happening. It's a pretty big trotting night, I must say, for Bendigo. It is a very, very big trotting night. There's trot. Every race is a trot race, which is pretty cool. So there is plenty happening there as well. So good night to tune in if you are the lover of the Square Gator, which most people on here are. That is for sure. Races last week, did we see Oscar Bonavina and Queen Alida go around Cambridge? And of course we had the highlights as well with RC Phoenix taking on Just Believe. And then Call Me the Breeze, he actually had a bit of time off Muscle Mountain, of course, winning during the week as well, beating Mystic Dash. Midnight Dash ran second, I think, or third. So yeah, so make sure you tune in for those. Pretty short show tonight at the minute. I need to do some more homework, need to get a few other things going on, but I am going to continue all of these shows going forward. I want to keep them all going. Talking Trotters will not be sponsored, as I said, by any individuals going forward from now on. It will have segments, of course, Woodland Stud. I've got them all down here. I've got Yabby Dam Farms. We might just move these guys up just a touch. Why don't you want to move? There you will. Yabby Dam Farms will be there as well as Nutrien Equine, and also yep, did that one right, which is very good of me. And then also my great friends at Woodlands as well. So they will all continue to be sponsors of Campbell's Comments going forward. And we just want to make sure we can continue to get the word out there for the Trotters each week. Things will change from next week onwards with different sets. I've teased about that for a while. Got a 2-3 dabs just a couple of weeks ago. Did put a dampener on things. Want to just make sure that everyone are aware of what's going to be a massive week for the Trotters. 69 going under the hammer at the Nutrien Equine sales, headed up by the Yabby Dam Farms with 25 going there. Some of the stallions, as I said, represented. Pastor Stephen with 11, Classic Connection with 11, Majestic Sun with 6, Quaker Jet with 6, and I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss too many others. Bold Eagle 4, Elite Stride with 5. I said Majestic Sun, and then yeah, What the Hill used to be, Southwind Frank, Sky Valley, Love You, Father Patrick, Bold Eagle, I think I mentioned, Always Ready, and Aldebaran Eagle, all with multiples going through. So make sure you get your catalogue. Go to nutrienequine.com.au to view the catalogue and get involved in that there as well. So there's going to be plenty of intrigue. On loose lines will be cool. We'll try and get some people. We'll try and get a bit more feedback, if you like, from what's going to be the big build-up for the Great Square going forward, and how that is all going to look, and also some of the other trot races. But thank you very much. Over the Ditch, we'll be back tomorrow. Matty Mark, and we're going to do a preview for both races, the Grins and also the TAB Trot, plus a few other things. We're going to talk New Zealand. But yeah, plenty happening here in the world of trotters. So thank you very much to everyone who has tuned in. Very short show tonight. Next week will be better, bigger. We'll get some interviews going up and go from there. But please tune in to Campbell's Comments. Go to campbellscomments.com.au. No, just .com. Don't worry about the AU. To keep up to date with all the up-to-date videos as they're going up with the sales happening. And any random interviews that I get going on. But yeah, and tune in Wednesday night live from 6 o'clock for On Loose Lines. Thank you very much to everyone who has tuned in and has contributed, and we'll see you all next week talking trotters. And yeah, it'll be a little bit different, but we'll get it out there.